Hello and welcome here to the Air Canada Centre here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada for today's game, matching up the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche. Starting goaltenders for you today are Semyon Varlamov for Colorado and James Reimer getting his first start of the year for Toronto. Now Colorado's 2-0-0 and Toronto switching to James Reimer after going 0-3 to start the year with Jonathan Bernier net. But Bozak wins the draw, and Kessel now the puck cuts in and scores! Right away in the first minute, Kessel scores to make it a quick lead for Toronto. Second of the year for Kessel. And as you see, he just cuts into the slot, takes a quick snapshot. And Kessel has one of the fastest releases in the game right now. And when he gets that close, he's going to be really hard to stop. But only 35 seconds into the game, it's already 1-0 Toronto. Gunnarsson with the puck. And Gunnarsson is going to take it into the zone, stops up, and passes it back to Kessel, who's covering him at the point. Kessel coming in deep, loses the puck. Bozak gets decked after retrieving the puck, but it goes back to the point, and a nice slap shot from Gunnarsson, but that's saved. Phaneuf now with the puck. Back to Bozak, who's covering him on the point. Phaneuf gets the puck again. He's coming in. A nice wrist shot, but that's turned away. Duchesne on the boards, but it's turned away to Kessel. Kessel to the point to Gunnarsson. But Gunnarsson's shot is blocked, and it goes out of the zone. And Joffrey Lupul now with the puck. Some board play, and he kicks it back for Phaneuf. Phaneuf loses the puck, and Tanguay nearly scores on a turnover there from Phaneuf. Lupul is able to get the puck out of the zone, but now Eric Johnson, former first overall pick from St. Louis, dumps it in. Phaneuf now with the puck. He passes it up to David Clarkson. Clarkson into the slot, and he loses the puck. Jan Hayda now with the puck. He's going to skate it up, and he's going to dump it down. And the defense for Colorado is going to change. Matt Duchesne turns it over in the offensive zone, but he gets hit hard, and Steve Downey scores on the turnover, making it 1-1 after... I'm not sure who it was that got crushed there. Sorry, it wasn't Duchesne down low. It was actually Downey. But as you see there, I think that may have been Kuhlman who got hit there, lost the puck, and gave it away. I'm not too sure. I'm sorry about that. But Kuhlman now with the puck after the draw is won by David Bolin in Colorado zone. Coming in, and he's going to go around the net, back to the point to Jake Gardner on a defensive pairing with Cody Franzen today. And a couple chances there for Toronto. Nothing there, but Raymond, a nice wrist shot and hit hard on the follow-through. Barry up to Jamie McGinn. McGinn coming into the zone, and he is hit hard by Jake Gardner. No retaliation there. But now Franzen up to Raymond. Raymond bursting out with speed into the Colorado zone. Cuts in, and a nice glove save from Semyon Varlamov, but gives the puck out right there to Kessel. And Kessel nearly buried that, but it was taken away by the Colorado defenseman. But let's take another look at that Mason Raymond wrist shot. As you see here, just cuts in and nearly snuck that in the top left corner. A nice glove save from Semyon Varlamov. 6:35 left in the first period here today. Kadri loses the draw and is going to be dumped in. Phaneuf back to retrieve the puck, misses it, and now Paul Stastny passes it up to Hayda, and Hayda's shot is easily turned away by Reimer. But here comes Lupul. Lupul into center ice, into Colorado zone now. Tries to get around Jan Hayda, but is unable to do so. Sorry, not Jan Hayda, Eric Johnson. And Downey tries to dump it down, but it goes off of his stanchion and goes straight to Gabriel Landeskog, and he nearly buried. But Jan Hayda, a nice save off of the backhander there. nearly snuck by Reimer, who was switching sides. As you see here, a quick backhander as Reimer didn't really have a clear path as Kadri was standing in the way of his vision. But now a defensive zone face-off for Toronto. Bozak loses the draw back to Wilson, and that's blocked by Tyler Bozak. But Wilson regains it, and a nice wrist shot, but that's easily turned away. Now Gardner breaking out up to Van Riemsdyk. Van Riemsdyk dekes inside. A nice wrist shot short side, but that's turned away by Varlamov. Colorado breaks out. P.A. Parento dumps it in. Gardner coming back to the puck, but he's beat by Duchesne. And that nearly went to Bozak for breakaway. But now to end the period, Van Riemsdyk breaks into the zone, takes a slap shot. That's going to be the end of your first period here at the ACC. A fair bit of action in the first period, but it is still all knotted up at 1 apiece. Here's just some of the highlights. A nice block there from Bozak, but this goal and turnover from Steve Downey is what makes it 1-1 here at the ACC. Welcome back to today's game. It is 1-1 with goals from Kessel and Downey in the first period. The Leafs have dominated the faceoff dot 3 for 5 today. But Gunnarsson up to Bozak and a quick rush coming in. Cross reserves! Phil Kessel again. This time even faster. In the first period he scored in 35 seconds. Second of the day. Only 31 seconds this time. Varlamov really had no chance as Kessel got the cross crease pass from Tyler Bozak to make it 2-1 and put Toronto back in the lead really early in the second period. But another draw win from Bozak, and Gunnarsson brings it into the zone, and he takes a little shot on net, but that's easily turned away. Back to Van Riemsdyk at the point. He comes down. Gunnarsson now. Gunnarsson circles back around up to Phaneuf, and Phaneuf takes the quick shot, but that's snagged by Varlamov, and the threat is turned away. Tyson Barrie is the leading scorer for Colorado so far. He's a defenseman, which is interesting to be a leading scorer. But hey, whoever's chipping in helps, right? Kadri wins the draw. Clarkson tries circling around, but didn't prevail. But now Lupul's still on the puck, being pushed around a bit by Downey. But now Landeskog with the puck, and he's going to dump it down. Some board play behind the Toronto net. Gardner comes out with the puck now. He's going to pass up to Kadri. Kadri breaks into the Colorado zone, takes a quick shot, but that's turned away by the Varlamov blocker. Stastny up ice to Downey. Downey's pass is nearly intercepted, but Landeskog hit hard off of the pass, but the puck still goes deep into Toronto zone. Gardner skating up ice. Back to the point to Bozak. Back around to Gardner. Gardner gets around his man. Shoots, and that's blocked in front of the net. Now Phaneuf with the puck. He's going to slow it down. Waiting for everybody to come in and makes a deke, but doesn't get through the defenseman. And now Kessel with the puck. Back to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson, fake slap shot. Comes in, but gives the puck away to Jan Hejda. And that's the end of that threat. But Kessel intercepts, and back around they go. Back and forth. This second period has been a nice slap shot from Gunnarsson, but that's turned away again. Johnson back over to Hejda. Hejda passing all over the place. Everybody's touched the puck on the ice, and Phaneuf flattens Alex Tanguay, but there's a penalty on the play. Behind the play, checking from behind. 5 minutes for P.A. Parento. this is a huge chance for Leafs to get the insurance. As you see here, just a brutal check from behind. Wow. That was P.A. Parento not showing his usual good behavior, but the Leafs come onto the ice. They're 1 for 12 on their power play. Not that well for this year, but Kessel nearly buried the backhander early in the major penalty, but the pass goes out of the zone, and now Lupul with the puck having to regroup. Up to Kadri, quickly back into the zone. Kadri still with the puck, deking a bit. Back to Phaneuf. Phaneuf takes a slap shot, but that's blocked in front of the net by his own man. Franzen back to Phaneuf. Phaneuf loses the puck, and Stastny clears it straight to Reimer, actually, but now Franzen up to Lupul. Lupul breaks into Colorado's zone, takes a quick slap shot. That's blocked. Phaneuf nearly snuck that in, top right corner. Kessel nearly does the same thing. And now Phaneuf pinching but is unable to keep the puck in. And now a race to the puck. The Leafs win it, but that was nearly Duchesne's puck there. Up to Kessel now. Kessel dekes inside, takes a rush shot, but his stick broke on that play. Kadri, sorry. Nice shot, but it is cleared. 2:53 left in the power play. Franzen up to Kessel. Kessel takes a quick stop shot. And Kadri tried to get a quick shot there, maybe get Varlamov out of position, but another missed shot from the Leafs as the puck goes down the ice. And actually, Paul Stastny regains control of the puck, and that nearly snuck in short side on Reimer. And here comes Kadri breaking in the zone. Circles back around. Dekes around a man and nearly sneaks that in between the 5-hole of Varlamov. And now we got a little tussle in front of the net. JVR, and I think that's Ryan Wilson. I'm not too sure. But let's take another look at that little play by Kadri. As you see here, quick shot. Nearly, if he could have elevated it a tiny bit more, picked his spot lower, may have been able to score there. Bolin loses the offensive zone draw, and Duchesne clears the puck. Sorry about that. Clarkson now breaking into the zone. Stops. Dekes around a man and nearly gets the backhander off. 1:17 left in the major penalty. Little tussle in front of the net. Clarkson and Landeskog. Not sure what that was about. But here comes the top power play unit again for the Leafs. Lupul, Kadri, Kessel, Franzen coming in. Try. I'm sorry. Tries the backhander, but is blocked by his own teammate. Leafs have dominated the shots 11-2 this period. Kadri wins the puck, and Franzen's shot nearly went in there. Phaneuf at the point takes a wrist shot, but that's wide. Off the bar. And Kadri scores! Off the pass from Phil the Thrill Kessel into the slot, and that was just easy pickings for Kadri with his shot. Second of the year for him, too. As he's here, just turns and picks it far side. A very nice goal, making it 3-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs here in their home arena, looking for the first win of the season. On the power play, goal from Kessel and Phaneuf. Kessel passing outside of Lupul. Still 41 seconds left in the power play. They can get something, but Lupul's turned away by Varlamov and again. Kessel with the puck. Back out to Kadri, and he loses the puck, and Landeskog clears, and that's probably going to be the end of the power play, as there's only 10 seconds left unless they get a quick rush. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so, as the penalty has ended. 5 minutes, 1 goal. Not the best, but hey, at least they got a goal. Kessel breaking back into the zone. Cross crease to Lupul, and they score! 32.2 seconds left in the second, and the Maple Leafs 3 unanswered goals, making it 4-1. Another cross-crease goal. This time, Kessel passing, not receiving the pass. And Lupul easily slots that home. Here comes the third line to finish off the period. Sorry about that for the Leafs. A big hit there on the boards. But Phaneuf's just going to try to clear it, blocked down by Tyson Barrie. But that does not matter, as that ends the second period. Leafs dominating that period for sure. A quick cross-crease goal to start the period, and just an offensive onslaught after that, especially because of the major penalty. But this goal puts the Leafs ahead 4-1. Joffrey Lupul on the goal. Hello and welcome to the final period here in Toronto. Leafs have a commanding 4-1 lead over the undefeated Colorado Avalanche. Their perfect 2-0 start looking as if it is going to stop after 2 games. And the Leafs will pick up their first win tonight, as a 3-goal lead is a pretty good one to have. But the Leafs better not let up, as they've been known to collapse before. Take a look at that Boston game. But JVR is going to be called on a slashing penalty here. Oh, a big hit in center ice on Matt Duchene. No penalty there. The penalty is just going to be on James Van Riemsdyk on this slashing call. As you see here, got Jan Heda's forearm, and that's always going to be 2. As here comes the PK for the first time today for Toronto. McClement wins the draw, and that's going to be cleared down the ice by Cody Franzen. Joffrey Lupul chasing down the puck with Eric Johnson up the ice, and Landeskog circles back around. Comes in, and that's a nice block by the Leafs, and it goes out of the offensive zone. And Colorado clears it down, and Reimer passes it around to Franzen, up to Lupul, and Lupul is able to clear it down the ice. McClement chasing the puck. Barrie gets to it first, though, and now O'Reilly with the puck, crossing center ice, circling back around, passes it to Tyson Barrie. Barrie takes a stationary slap shot, and Reimer with a pad save. Johnson at the point, and he takes a nice slap shot, but no rebound from Reimer. A little one, but was able to regain control of the puck. A scary chance there. A nice offensive attack from Colorado there. 27 seconds left in the power play. Toronto wins the draw, and Tyler Bozak clears it down the ice. Jan Heda around the boards to Tanguay. Tanguay into the middle ice to Heda again. Stastny, the penalty has ended. Deeks around his defenseman. Tripped up a bit, no call. Interesting there. I think there should have been a tripping penalty on Carl Gunnarsson there. But no call, as Colorado circling around the puck to the point in rebound, nearly slotted home. And Reimer's going to cover that up. A big rebound from Reimer there in front of the end. We got a little jostling there. And, oh boy, here we go. Ryan Wilson and Dave Bolland going to drop the gloves here. An uppercut chance from Wilson. And they're grabbing onto each other. Bolland lands a few good punches. So does Wilson. Wilson backing up. And another few good haymakers thrown. Bolland gets another nice hit in. And Bolland, another nice hit. Helmet off for Wilson now. And Bolland misses his hit. And here we go. uppercut, but Bolin still wins the fight with that nice punch to end the fight. A very close match there. Wilson having a bit of trouble getting up, but as you see here, face wash and then a little jab to the chest, and Bolin was like, "You want to drop him? Let's go." Each man gets their own shiner to support for the rest of the game and probably the rest of the night. Nice slap shot there, and someone broke their stick. I think it was a Colorado player in front of the net, but Toronto tries to break out but is unable to do so. 11 minutes left here in Toronto. JVR onside, looking for the cross crease, unable to get one. And Phaneuf hit hard. Sorry, that was Franzen. Well, here comes Gardner backtracking. Tries to cover the pass, but there's going to be a penalty on the play. On Tyler Bozak, I think that is. Charging. As you see here, comes skating in, just doesn't stop and buries his man into the boards. That's going to be charging any day of the week, that's for sure. And now a good opportunity for Colorado to get some momentum to try to tie this game up and send it to overtime. But Kuhlman clears the puck. And an interesting play of sending it back around to Barry. But it works. Up to Tanguay now. Tanguay breaking into the Toronto zone. Cutting around. A nice check from Phaneuf, and the puck goes all the way down the ice. Varlamov out of the net to retrieve the puck and passes it out to Johnson, and Johnson misses everybody, and that's going to be icing. Not the best way to start the power play, or at least use up the first minute. And so an offensive zone faceoff. Randy Carlisle sends out Kessel and JVR. Kessel on the faceoff dot. He loses the draw. Interesting choice there. Kessel makes the check. Oh my goodness gracious. Kessel just got rocked by Alex Tanguay. And now Kessel trailing the play. Gets back into the zone, but he seems to be fine. Pass up to JVR. And JVR clears it, but he skies it over the net. Over the glass. Let's take another look at that hit. As you see, Tanguay just shoulder to the chest of Kessel, and Kessel just goes flying backwards. Tough check to take, but he seems to be okay. As Carlisle getting a few of the wingers out there on the center ice. Lupul taking that draw that time. Downey up to the... And that's a goal. I'm not too sure who was at the point with the shot, but Landeskog tips it in. A power play goal with not that much time left. It was Tyson Barrie on the slap shot. Another point for the leading point scorer for Colorado. As you see here, Reimer was expected for the higher slap shot. Landeskog tips it down, making it 4-2. And now it's a much more easier game for Colorado, being down 2 goals rather than 3 with still 8 minutes to play. But now Gardner playing around with the puck. Circles around and his shot is deflected. Now Johnson with the puck. Loses it but regains control. Hate up to Hayduk. That's going to get confusing. I'm glad I haven't had to say that too much. Hate to Hayduk. Jeez. Hayduk still with the puck. He gets into the zone, but he is rocked by Cody Franzen, showing his hard-hitting and athletic style that he has been missing the past couple years. But a nice shot there from Kuhlman as McGinn comes into the zone and scores. Not looking good for the Leafs. 4 minutes left now, 4-3. Jamie McGinn getting his second of the year. Just crosses Jake Gardner. Gardner completely misses his poke check. Probably should have challenged him and maybe gone for a check or something. But Reimer really had no chance there. Jamie McGinn has a pretty good shot. Good little fourth liner for Colorado. But it's now 4-3. And the Leafs need to do something and not collapse. Gunnarsson dumps it down on the slap shot. Hayden now with the puck. breaking out of the Colorado zone and dumps it down. Phaneuf gets the puck. Phaneuf up to JVR. Van Riemsdyk cuts it in the middle. Tries to take a shot, but Kessel runs over Varlamov. Erik Johnson wants to fight. He's not going to go. And by the looks of things, the Leafs are actually going to be on the power play. Let's see what happened. As you see there, Johnson gets the penalty for roughing. But, Tanguay had a tripping call in there. As you see here, Kessel trying to cut in. Johnson cut off his angle. And that's what the tripping penalty was there. Tanguay tripped JVR as he cut in the middle of the ice. And this is going to be bad for Colorado as less than 2 minutes left to play, and they have to kill a 2-minute penalty, which means for the rest of the game, they're going to be shorthanded. Franzen missed the pass up to Clarkson. Clarkson chasing it down, no icing. Clarkson rubs off Barry of the puck and still has the puck, but he gets hit hard. And Franzen hits the bar, but O'Reilly on the breakaway. This could be the chance to win the game, or at least tie it. But he's turned away by Reimer. A nice blocker save. As now here comes JVR. Nice wrist shot. But that's a glove save from Semyon Varlamov, who is looking to impress the Russian scouts and maybe win the starting job for the Russian team at the Sochi Olympics. He's going to be battling Sergei Bobrovsky for that spot. As you see, a really nice wrist shot from JVR there. But 47.5 seconds left in the game. Toronto on the power play. And back to Gardner. It goes in. A nice glove save again. Snagging the puck out of midair was Semyon Varlamov there. He's been quite stellar tonight. A few mishaps on cross creases and such. But Gardner reaches behind him. Picks up the puck. Does a bit of skating. And takes a nice slap shot. I thought that was going to go in. But a nice glove save there. Draw one by Toronto. And Phaneuf rubbed off the puck, but gets up in time to stop the breakaway. And Landeskog dumps it down as Colorado pulls the goalie, trying to make it a 5-on-5 game and maybe tie the game. But Lupul now with the puck into the zone, and he scores on the empty net. Lupul, being classy, doesn't celebrate. 5-3, and it looks like the Leafs have this game in the bag. Second goal of the game. As you see here, just skates into the zone, takes the shot, and scores. Classy man there, doesn't celebrate on the empty net. As the Leafs have secured victory here, and that's also a power play goal. An empty net power play goal, you don't see that too often. That's for sure. Hada back to Barry. Barry dumps it in. And Colorado pulls the goalie again with 20 seconds left. Interesting call. Up to Clarkson. Over to Kadri. And Kadri takes a slap shot. And another empty net goal. Interesting call on Colorado's part to pull their goalie again. All it is making the score look worse and making Kadri's stats look better. Third goal of the year for Kadri. Just takes the slap shot on the empty net. That's a gimme. As it's 6-3, and that will likely be their final score for today's match. Carlisle sends out the third line to finish off the remaining 9 seconds of the third. As Colorado clears it down, Kuhlman with the puck. He's hit hard into the boards, but doesn't matter as Toronto wins their first game of the year. 6-3 at the ACC at home. An entertaining match with 9 goals. Reimer played stellar tonight. As here is your match highlights. I would like to apologize for the coughing and inconsistent uploads. I've been having trouble uploading Jaguars episode 5. It hasn't been working properly, and I've been battling a cold, and that's the hardest part of being a commentator. As I'd like to thank you for watching this episode. Have a good day. Hasta la vista.